From assault to drug smuggling and even pandemic fraud, these wives and girlfriends of professional athletes aren't exactly fans of following the law. Miko Grimes married retired NFL cornerback Brent Grimes in 2010. 5 years later, she was arrested at a Miami Dolphins game as she walked through a restricted area and ignored police warnings. When the officers grabbed her arm to stop her, she pushed away and began cursing at them. She was then handcuffed, and she also headbutted an officer. Grimes's actions resulted in charges for disorderly conduct, resisting arrest with violence, and battery on a police officer. She was taken to jail in Miami-Dade County, where she was released on bond. During her afternoon show on South Florida's WQAM Sports Radio, she said, "I thought I was a bad guy for like 5 years now, and now all of a sudden, I'm a national bad guy." Miko was later taken off the air while she dealt with her charges, although they were eventually dropped. Anna Benson was married to retired Major League pitcher Chris Benson from 1999 to 2012. Then in 2013, Chris called 911 after his ex-wife broke into his home in Atlanta, armed with a gun and demanding a payment of $30,000. She was wearing a bulletproof vest and an ammunition belt, but Chris managed to escape uninjured.
It had just built into a situation where I was scared to walk out of my home thinking I was going to be shot and killed.
Anna was sentenced to 15 years probation while simultaneously following an inpatient psychiatric treatment. She also spent 4 months in jail. And this wasn't her first encounter with the law. Back in 1996, the police suspected that she was involved in the murder of a man named Michael Evans Jr. Even though the charges against her were dropped, her then-boyfriend and suspected co-conspirator was sentenced to 21 years in prison. Mía Etcheverría is known for many different things. She's a former adult film actress, she dated Uruguayan soccer player Richard Morales, and in 2023, she was caught in Montevideo's airport smuggling 14 pounds of cocaine. She was traveling with 4 other people to Spain when the police came across the powder hidden in the men's luggage. Her lawyer claimed that she didn't know the drugs were in the suitcase and stated the conclusions that she collaborated, that she was aware of the contents, and that she simply passed those suitcases are incorrect. The Ministry of the Interior of Uruguay released a statement saying that the people involved had been brought to justice and were facing different charges depending on their involvement in the situation. The statement read in part, "As for the third woman, she was charged for her alleged involvement in the form of attempted drug exportation as an accomplice. For the first 4 individuals, pretrial detention was ordered, while the last woman was placed under total house arrest with an electronic monitoring device, all for a period of 90 days. In 2010, VH1 debuted its reality franchise, Basketball Wives, which followed the lives of the spouses, girlfriends, and former partners of professional basketball players. Among the cast was Brittish Williams, who was briefly engaged to Lorenzo Gordon. But perhaps her biggest claim to fame is that she pleaded guilty to 15 felonies. As Williams wrote on a since-deleted Instagram post from 2023, "Anything I've went through that a normal person would go through privately, I went through publicly. I hope my story, journey, and my growth can help someone going through something similar, or stops the next person from doing anything that could possibly have them in the same situation as me." According to a statement shared by the United States Attorney's Office, Eastern District of Missouri from around the same time, U.S. Attorney Sailor A. Fleming said, "Brittish Williams has admitted an unusually large number of frauds that victimize taxpayers, banks, credit card companies, individuals, and programs that were intended to help struggling businesses and employees during the COVID-19 pandemic. This is a first step towards justice for those victims. We will also be seeking repayment for all of her ill-gotten gains." Among those felonies were misuse of Social Security number, bank fraud, false statements to the IRS, and wire fraud.
The entire world knows that I just was indicted.
Professional golfer John Daly was married to his fourth wife, Sherrie Daly, between 2001 and 2007. But their time together wasn't exactly marital bliss. Things got so bad that he even accused her of stabbing him. Nothing came of that accusation, but Sherrie does have a long list of encounters with the law. In 2006, she spent 5 months in prison for money laundering, involvement with a drug ring, and involvement with an illegal gambling operation. She was also sentenced to serve another 5 months under home supervision. In September 2015, Sherrie was charged with harassing another woman. That same year, she was found breaking into an ex-boyfriend's home and hitting him with a golf club. She was charged with aggravated assault and burglary and violation of an order of protection. Then in 2016, she was met with a $1 million bond for custodial interference and violation of probation after picking up her son from school without any custody rights. This followed an incident in 2014 when she reportedly received a year of probation and community service for her contribution to delinquency of a minor after her son missed school 52 times without an explanation. Another former Basketball Wives cast member who has had some notable legal troubles is Kenya Bell, ex-wife of retired player Charlie Bell. In 2011, while they were believed to be separated, she was charged with assault after attacking him at his home with a box cutter. As reported by CBS News, their 2 children were present at the time of the attack. The police investigation resulted in charges for assault with a dangerous weapon and domestic abuse. Charlie incurred minor injuries during the incident, and Kenya was out of custody on a $5,000 bond after being in jail for 1 day. TMZ later reported that she was able to avoid further jail time after reaching a plea deal, as she ended up pleading guilty to misdemeanor domestic violence. The couple's divorce was finalized in 2012.